So I wanted to ask, what inspired you to put together an area for people who have passed?
We all lose people, you know what I mean? And it's a big part of life, you know, and just the title itself, To Live and Die in LA, is one thing. But then, you know, through the photography journey, I've photographed people that have passed away, you know, like this guy right here. I was with him on that day, and he was talking about his dreams and all that shit, and like, you know, how he wanted to be a rap artist, and he was really excited. He was almost like a kid, you know, like a little, he let his guard down, right? And, yeah. We took this photo, and then a week later he got shot and killed, and you know, it's unfortunate, and it happens, you know, there's a lot of stories on these walls, and I guess it just felt right to give them space no matter where I go, you know, if I'm gonna put my camera in their face, you know.
I like the way you said it, to give them space, you know. I love that. So thank you for sharing that. Wait, how did you get into photography, first of all?
Photography?
Yeah.
So photography, I was going through like a divorce, and it was kind of a rough time, right? And I was always taking pictures with my phone. It's always been something that I did. And my girlfriend at the time, she saw that I was doing that, and she's like, well, I got a camera just sitting there. So she gave it to me. And I just started using it, and it turned into therapy, you know what I mean? Honestly, like I would go out all day and just use the camera, you know? And that made me fall in love with photography, and I started to take it a little serious, you know? And once I found a niche on, you know, a subject that I wanted to be around and document, that's when I really, really fell in love with photography, and I've just been at it ever since.
And how long ago was that?
I think it was like 2017. Yeah, something like that. Not that long ago.
Long enough. What was that, before COVID?
It was a different world, though.
Right?
Yeah, it was a different world.
For real, though.
2000.
How has time changed?
I grew up in Norwalk, but then there was a point where I became like a ward of the state, so group homes and child homes, shit like that. You know, I bounced around all over the place, Pasadena and Baldwin Park, South Central, Compton, all over the place.
Really?
Yeah. So without directly inspiring me, it's who I am.
Yeah. And so with just photography, how did you lead up to live and die in LA? How did that come about?
Posting on social media became redundant.
Yeah.
And it became like, what's the fucking point, you know? And I'm like, I'd like for somebody to see physically, you know, like in a gallery or something like that.
Yeah.
So I made prints, and I started stopping. I stopped at a few like art galleries, and the response, I didn't really care for the response, but it also inspired me to do something on my own. You know, they basically shut me down. So I'm like, I wonder if there's other people that feel this way. So I reached out to a few people, and they felt the same way that I did. Like, they would like to see their shit on a gallery wall.
Yeah.
So I rented a little spot and had an art show. It's called To Live and Die in LA, I think 2018.
That's how it started?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. I didn't even know that. It was like, you know, that nobody really acknowledged on your take, and then you're like, no, fuck it, I'm just gonna make this my own.
It turned into like, it wasn't just a me thing. Mm-hmm. It was more like, we're not being acknowledged. You know what I mean? So that's how I took it. Like,
yeah.
All these people, they're not even from here, but they got our space. You know, they're from Idaho, but they got an art gallery and shit. I felt like we weren't being represented.
Is it more of LA culture for To Live and Die in LA, or is it more broad? No,
it's strictly LA culture.
Strictly LA culture.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that become part of the show that aren't from here, and that's just because it's hard to vet everybody, you know what I mean? But
absolutely.
The content and what they're choosing to display is all LA based.
Nice.
For sure. And a certain part of, you know, like, it's for working class, you know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
It shows them a different side of LA that they probably don't know if they're from out of town.
Yeah.
They don't know people that can get close to people like that's displayed here, you know.
Yeah.
Or any kind of scenes. Like, people are kind of picky who they fuck with in LA, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
We put up walls, so they're not used to seeing that part. They're used to seeing what media shows them, and the people that are from here, and I mean, they know what's up. They know what this is,
Yeah. From 2018 to living down in LA, now that it's gradually gotten bigger, who is somebody that you've collaborated with that has inspired and has grown with you, and you feel like that kind of helped you as a team, to make it more known and acknowledged?
Everybody that's been part of the show, for one.
Nice.
If the artist didn't want to be involved from the get-go, like it doesn't matter if it's a 14-year-old kid with his first experience, like he was part of that. He made that happen, So
That's right.
collectively, is people that wanted to be involved with this, without that, this wouldn't be happening. So
Yeah.
some of the people like Esteban Oriol, for sure, like I learned who he was through photography. But now, like, we've become friends through this, and he's a big inspiration. Now I know who he is, you know what I mean? Now
Absolutely.
I know that he's the fucking man, but
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Like, it's been real cool. He's been inspirational. And Super Chief, this is the first collaboration show that I've done right here. So but prior to this, it's just been me, you know what I mean, honestly. This is the first time that To Live and Die in LA has done anything with anybody else,
Yeah.
And it was a success, so Super Chief. Shout out Bill.
Not a lot of people have seen so much of LA the way they do at your events. How do you feel about that? For you to be acknowledged and noticed, and I feel that you are respected of somebody that's kind of coming up now.
I don't really, honestly, I don't really think of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this for you,
Yeah.
like, I'd rather just be in the cut, you know what I mean? Honestly, and concentrate on doing something cool, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that comes number one. Like, fuck who knows me, to be honest, and that's cool, but I'd rather create something cool.
I noticed that, like, whether it's in the punk scene or hip hop or whatever, vice versa, but I noticed that there's like a unity here, and that's one thing I really love about To Live in Down LA is that you see a lot of different people. Everybody stays connected, and all the way from like punk rock to hip hop to whatever, you make space for that. How did you collaborate music with being a part of an art gallery like To Live in Down LA?
Yeah, first of all, this was like real like Chicano and lowrider heavy at the very beginning. That was just what it was. And
Yeah.
the group home thing, it exposed me to a lot of different people, you know what I mean? And after that first couple of them, I'm like, there's more to LA, like there's a lot more to LA. And I got a couple guys from Venice involved, and I've been really wanting to get everybody involved, the black community, everybody. And so it's been a goal of mine, and it's happening like slowly, The next is to get the black community heavily involved. I need a black promoter to do that,
Yeah.
I need to do a collaboration with somebody from over there. And after that, I think we're good. Like, this is an everybody thing. Right now, it's most,
Yeah. No, 100%. I really like that you had like Nate No Face or This Madre here. How did that come about for that to be a part of To Live in Down LA?
How did that come about? Honestly, it was the Runts. The Runts. I don't know if you know the Runts. Mm-hmm. So they're the first ones that did like punk music at the show, and it was just amazing. Like, I loved it, and that opened the door for that. It was his idea. Like,
Didn't you have Louis Seidel too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Louis
badass
Seidel,
too.
Yeah, that was before that. You're right.
Yeah.
That was before that, but I remember that dude talking to me though and telling me like, hey, like you should really incorporate this a little heavier, And between that and a couple of the photographers that are in that scene, it just seems like a no-brainer to, like.
Yeah.
Especially right now, like there's right now, everybody loves that shit,
No, 100%.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know. I've been into punk rock since I was 14 years old.
It's dope.
When I met Rick Clayton at a record swap in Pico Rivera, like, that guy is so musically inclined. And I remember when you had him at To Live in Down LA, I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
I really hope that you bring that back. That'd be awesome to have him again.
I invited him here, but he he had something else going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of like the gallery and now Super Chief, today's the last day. Can we expect anything, friend, like of the future of To Live and Die in LA? What do you see in the
Yeah,
future?
this doing a collaboration, it opened the door to that crowd, and I think they dig what they saw right here, So just to ride the momentum, basically, do something soon, hopefully get them involved and just grow.
Yeah,
I came out of this positive, like I'm feeling good about it.
that's right. I mean, even for tattooing, like people come from other states, other countries to just learn how to tattoo, like we're,
Oh
And I
yeah.
feel like that's how it is for, street photography, and then music too. I mean, well, music it has its patches of like the East Coast and everywhere, so not too much of music, but everything else. I mean, I feel like this is the place to go. This is the place. But I wanted to ask about the music. One, I want to ask, what kind of music has inspired you?
So I'm just getting tapped into music, to be honest. Like,
No way.
yeah, like no music. I mean, local music. I'm just getting tapped into new music. I'm saying, like, but there's been so many artists that have inspired me. Like, so many. I listened to one of my favorite bands of all time is the Deftones. That's inspired me a lot. Radiohead has inspired me a lot. Like to think outside the box and.
Nice.
I guess like those types of music, but like on a local level, like somebody like a Nate No Face inspires me. There's a lot. Like there's a lot of people. So kids, for To Live and Die in LA, what it is okay. One, you got to be from LA, okay, and I want to mix up the genres basically. I don't want just a hip hop show, just a punk show. I want to have everybody, like a little mini Lollapalooza type of thing,
That's
something
right.
like that. And for one, they got to be from LA. Two, what type of genre are you? And then I listen to it, and if I like it, then they're going to be in the show or get an invitation to be in the show.
Because people want to know, To Live and Die in LA, it's only going to get bigger, friend. And we look forward to the next show.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate you so much.